Droney, droney, come back to me. Come back to me. Where are you? My lovely little drone. Holy stone. Come back to me.
You are watching George Schlagheck,
the one and only.
Hello. Can you see me? Probably not. Yeah, look, I'm going on a bike ride and I'm going to the other side of town where I am hoping to fly my drone over the ice on the North Saskatchewan River. So that's the purpose of being out so early, going out so early with my bike. I can barely tell which way my camera is pointing, so I'm going to shut it off to save on the battery right now. Alright, before I get started on my mission, I just want to show you sort of where I'm at. See, I'm at close to the Fort Edmonton Footbridge, which is over there behind me. You can probably see it there. And there's a lot of ice on the river here and it looks beautiful. Now this is from my house. I want to guess it's maybe a 18-kilometer ride or so, not that far, but the going is slow these days in Edmonton. You know, there you have roads that are bad, you have trails that are okay, so. But you know, this drone that I got, it actually kind of motivates me to go a little bit further away from the house, even though it's cold outside and the riding isn't at its best. So I came here to try and get some footage of the river, the way it looks frozen. Perhaps that bridge there, and when I turn around here, there's these ginormous big, they call it the evil stairs. There are people on it right now, so I don't know. So I moved away from the big box to a $10 backpack from Walmart, and you know, I made this for padding so I can wrap this around there, and the drone is relatively protected in the original styrofoam, which I cut so it would fit in this backpack and then in the pannier on my bike. So that's well padded, I would say, but it's still kind of makeshift. You know, it's not a real drone case, or it is, but I don't know how long it's gonna last. I found a solution for the propellers too. This is the casing of or a tube of silicone that was empty, so I cut this and it fits 4 propellers quite nicely. So they're protected in there. Okay, this is kind of disappointing now. What happened? I lost the drone. What happened was I was flying it. I actually landed it right there. And I figured, oh, I still got battery left to go for another few minutes or so. And I was trying to get out there where that ice is, and I think I actually got some really nice footage of it, but then I lost the connection to the drone and it came down right over there where my finger is pointing. And as I was trying to retrieve it from there, I was walking across this little bridge here. See that? Yeah, and as I'm on that bridge, the drone takes off. I wasn't even doing anything with the remote control. All of a sudden the drone was like, woo! And I had lost the connection to the transmitter. So I don't know how this is possible, and I don't know how it is possible that this drone, instead of coming back to where it took off, like according to the specs and the instructions and everything it's supposed to do, it just takes off. And well, I've been trying to get back the control of it. It was way over there by that bridge. Then it made a whole big loop, and right now where my camera is pointing, but it's on the other side of the river. Somewhere there is my drone, and it's out of power now. And the problem is it could be just about anywhere. So I got to take my bike, hop on there, and if I get really lucky, then I'll find my drone. But more likely, hello. Well, as you can probably tell by now, there is a little bit of trouble in drone Wonderland. My fantasy of having a drone and being able to put regular drone footage on my YouTube channel, it's kind of run into a problem. Yeah, the drone is lost. I was looking for it this morning, and I'll show you what my search has so far revealed. The search is not over because I'm really hoping to get the drone back. I believe there's some pretty good footage on there, but there's one other problem. See this instruction manual? The other day I was really rushing to get past all the warnings and stuff. You saw my last video. Failure will lead to failure. I actually read everything, and I actually thought that I was familiar with local regulations as well. I had made sure that my drone was under a certain weight, which I think was 2.5 kilos or even something really ridiculously heavy. But there's something I missed. And I want everybody who sees this to be aware of this, because don't make the same mistake that I made. I went out and bought a drone on eBay, and I figured it's just a little drone for people 16 and older, kind of like a toy, right? So I figured I could just go out and fly that. Wrong. There are actually regulations that came into effect in 2019 that make it mandatory for people who have a drone that is 250 grams and over to get licensed. And there's a basic license for 250 grams up to this certain weight that I read. And I'm not good with numbers, so forgive me when I'm just gonna say it's like 2 kilos or 2.5 kilos. Could be different. However, the point is 250 grams or more, which is tiny. You need a license. You need a basic drone operator's license, and you can find the information about that on the Government of Canada website, and there are also links there on where to take that exam. It's a 35-question multiple choice test that you have to take and pass. I think 65% of the questions correct, and you got it. I didn't take it yet. That's so brand spanking new to me at this point, so I'll keep you updated on that. I intend on taking that. But when you get this instruction manual with all the warnings, you would never know that there's anything else that you need. There is a small paragraph in there, disclaimer and warning, and it says there, you agree to use this product only for purposes that are proper and in accordance with local regulations. That's it. Local regulations, you have to inform yourself on that, wherever you are. I didn't do that properly. I was lucky that my drone got lost, because if I would have been reminded of this by a peace officer or police officer,
I would have been subject to a $1,000 fine. And now I am not subject to a fine because, you know, you never saw me fly that drone, right? However, I don't have my drone. It is somewhere in the bush, and I'll show you in this video how my search for that is going. It is overwhelming, to be honest. I don't know if I'll ever see the drone again, but there's the likelihood that it's in a fenced area that I can't access. And the other possibilities are it's either in the bush somewhere where I can't really access it, because it'll never get any more clear than now. In the summertime, there's going to be leaves all over. Right now, you can almost see through the bush. But another possibility is that it flew somewhere where I didn't see that it went, so I have no idea of where else to look. What went wrong, you might ask? Well, I haven't figured that out. The remote control was turned off. The drone had landed. Not exactly where I wanted it to land, but it was within viewing distance, or like, say it was 100 and some odd feet across a little bridge where no problem, right? I go there, pick it up, put it away, go home. Just as I was doing that, I was on my way to pick up the drone. The unthinkable happened. The drone took off on its own. So, how is this possible? There might be a signal from something unrelated that might have interfered with the drone, since I had lost connection of it. Or, and that's, I highly doubt that could happen, but my daughter and her husband, they made me aware that the Federal Aviation Association, or whatever they're called here in Canada, if they see you flying a drone that's not registered, not licensed, by the way, a register, you have to do that too, then they could take control of it and take it away from you. I don't see how that could have happened to me a few days ago, because there wasn't anybody there who would have done that, or even complained about me flying it. And I probably could have got away with flying that drone without a license for quite some time until something weird would have happened. Well, I guess something weird did happen. Anyways, the search for my drone.
And so the march begins. One of my problems is that this large area called Fort Edmonton Park is completely fenced in. But there's a chance that my drone is somewhere outside of this fence. And if that's the case, then if I get really lucky or determined, I will find it. So this is the kind of area that I am looking at to find my drone. The difference between that and finding the proverbial needle in the haystack is that you can dig through the haystack, but it's pretty hard to get through this. But I have to count on a little bit of good luck, because right now the vegetation is easy to see through. Mind you, a plastic object that's like 11 by 11 inches, it may not really show up that easily, and it's black. This is the ice I was trying to capture with aerial footage. Now I was across from here, from the spot where I am standing. See where that little bridge is over there? Yeah, as far as I remember, the drone should be between here and somewhere along this side. By walking further this way, I think it is less likely for me to find it, but I think the biggest chance right now is that it is in the fenced-in area of Fort Edmonton Park, and there's absolutely nothing I can do, but I could be wrong, so I gotta keep looking. It's amazing what you can find when you're looking for stuff. Yeah, this isn't my drone. Makes me wonder what happened here. I have a vivid imagination. Looky, looky, what do we have here? It's black, it's small, but it's not a drone, and it's not my drone. I found a bench from where I can overlook almost the entire area where I think the drone might be. But the problem is that there's not a good line of sight. See, I turn this around. Yeah, it's a nice viewpoint up here, but the vegetation doesn't allow me to see very far. So the drone could be anywhere between here and, you know, where that park area is, where it's fenced in that I showed you earlier. It could even be up here. So my last resort is, you know, I just discovered this trail here. It's a trail I didn't know existed. It's narrow, it's for, you know, single track mountain biking, I think. Anyway, so I'm gonna walk it for a bit and keep my eyes open left and right, and if I get really lucky, maybe my drone is there, but I'm kind of losing hope of finding it like that, and unless it is in the park, the chances of me getting that back are probably getting pretty slim. So the drone adventure for this year didn't last very long. I will get another drone if I don't find this one, but that's at the moment not at the top of my priority list. The next time I do this, I'll do this properly. I will get a license before I even ever take it out of the box. I'll do a better job next time. I was kind of really excited, overexcited to have a drone, and it's mostly because the drone can get a kind of footage that is out of reach without it, and me being a relatively new YouTuber, I was excited about it. So it's the growing pains, a learning experience. You know, I just spent $200 Canadian to learn something. And here's another object somebody lost. It's still not my drone. Well, finished my search for today. Well, I think searching in the bush is almost hopeless because it's just such a large area, and also there's some areas you just can't get in. There's too many bushes, you know, even now with it being winter and there's no leaves on there, but still it's just so thick, which is good. You know, if the drone went down in there, it should have been suspended on some branches or something. And I tried my best to find it. Probably take walks here again in the future, hoping to find the drone. However, I'm going to send emails to the construction company that is working on this Fort Edmonton Park, and also to the city of Edmonton, because I have the feeling that the chances that my drone is in that Fort Edmonton Park. That's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, I hope whoever finds it sees the footage that's in it and perhaps contacts me. That's what my YouTube channel might be useful for. So can I ask you guys again to share this video and perhaps subscribe, because I need more subscribers too, by the way. Thank you for watching, and you'll see how the story goes on if you stay with me. So it was good to have a drone for like a week or so, and maybe the next time around will last longer.